Hello. In this video, we're going to see, it's going to be about catching details and making implications for the iTEP preparation listening. So in the listening for the iTEP, taking notes can be very helpful. And in those notes, we have to just like write down the most important information so that we don't forget it. So this is why practicing to take notes is important. Practicing taking notes, coming up with a system to take notes, and then practicing it, it's important for that reason. And also for the listening, we have to separate the information by importance. And to do this, we can use a technique called interviewing the conversation or lecture. And this consists of answering 3 questions. So the first one is, who is speaking? The second one, if there is more than one speaker, what is their relationship like? Is it a teacher and a student, or maybe some friends, or like a mom and her child, or whatever it is? And then the third one is, what is the problem being talked about? What is like the conversation about? So that is, in order we answer those 3 questions, that's the interviewing the conversation or lecture, and that helps us to separate the important things from like the not important things. Also, when we're answering the listening section in the iTEP, we can use the process of elimination to help us. So we read the question, then we read the answers, and then think like, oh, did they talk about this? No, they didn't. Like, just eliminate all the ones that we're sure are incorrect. So we eliminate them, and then we select. We only have to choose from the ones that are like that could be correct. So the process of elimination can be helpful for us. Now for catching details. When there is a question for catching details in the iTEP, it tests our listening skills as well as how we recall things, like how we remember things. And in order to catch details, we need to first interview the passage. So like the 3, this one's, who is speaking, if there is more than one speaker, what is their relationship, and what is the problem being talked about. So we do that, those 3 steps, and then we also have to notice important details. For example, if they talk about the date of a certain event, like an exam, then it's probably better to write it down in our notes because it could be important. Also, if there is some order of events, like go to the office, then talk to this person, then go over there, then do this. If there's an order of events, it could also be an important detail. So it would be better if we kept it in mind or like wrote it down in our notes. So if we do those things, so interview the passage and keep notes and notice important details, that will help us to catch details in the listening for those types of questions. Now, there's also making implications or assumptions. So this is like, what do you think happened afterwards, or what will the speaker do, those types of questions. Or what happened before the conversation, what do you think? So for those questions, it's to make assumptions. We have to focus on the tone of the speaker, just like that intonation, just kind of hear it so that we can understand, oh, is this person like maybe angry, or what can we hear from their tone? And that can help us to make assumptions. And also, again, to interview the passage, the 3 questions: who is speaking, if there is more than one speaker, where is their relationship, and what is the problem being talked about. So interview the passage, take notes, so we have to take notes, and identify if a speaker has a preference or shows emotion to a topic or idea. So this will help us to make assumptions. So first interview the passage, then take notes, and see, like try to listen or to kind of understand if the speaker shows any emotion or preference towards anything in the conversation. So that would be for making assumptions. Now here we have an example of a listening, but I wrote it here. So a woman says, "How will your grades be this semester?" And a man says, "Well, I am only attending school part-time now. I feel a lot less stressed than last semester." And the woman says, "Just make sure you stay on top of things. I don't want a repeat of last year." So that would be one of the short conversations. And here we have the questions. So what do we know about the man? And we have the options. He works and goes to school at the same time. He goes to school full time. He does not go to school full time. Which one would be the correct one? What do you think? So let's try to interview the topic. First of all, before answering it, let's try to interview the topic. So who is speaking? It was a man and a woman. And what was the relationship? Probably friends, or maybe someone with more authority than the man, or someone that knows the man a lot, because they were talking about like personal subjects, topics. And then the woman at the end seemed a bit angry only, or like kind of warning him. So what do we know about the man? He works and goes to school at the same time. In the conversation, they didn't talk about jobs or work, so we eliminate that one. Process of elimination, eliminate that one. He goes to school full time. Full time. Actually, he said that he doesn't go to school full time. So the answer would be C. And then, well, this question is for catching details. And the second one is for making inferences or assumptions. So what likely happened to a man last year? He did well at school, he lost his job, he did poorly at school, he moved into a new house. So in the conversation, they didn't talk about jobs or houses. So we eliminate B and D. We are only left with A and C. So he did well at school, he did poorly at school. So the woman said, "I don't want a repeat of last year." So I don't want. So that means that he did badly. He did bad last year. We can see. Just make sure you stay on top of things, like that you do all you have to do. I don't want a repeat of last year. So that would be the answer. He does not go to school full time, and he did poorly at school last year. That's why he chose to not do full time school this time. So that would be the reference where I got that information. And yeah, that would be it. I hope that this video was helpful for you and clear as well. Yeah, that would be it. Bye.